Morning world, welcome to the 16th of February.
Well, in 1994.
So, first job for me, I'm saying first job, actually, it's not even close to the first job because it is 10:30 in the morning. So probably about the third or fourth job for me is I've got a load of wood chip to get delivered up to Gloucester for a client. He normally fetches it himself, but he's unavailable, or his driver's unavailable, so I got to deliver it. I did a load last week for him and got to do another one today, but it's a wet and manky day, so yeah, it's a job in the dry, innit? Anybody want some free firewood? There's still a fair bit out there. You know, just free to good home. Actually, it's free to bad home too. Just free. Pain. I never to go click either. Okay. One more. That'll do. Right, I got a funny feeling the lads might be back, so I might actually be able to push the driving job onto one of those, because I've got another job that needs doing, and this one only I can do. No, that's not true. This one I'm not going to let them do. Do you ever have those days when you feel like you're pedaling like mad, but you're not getting anywhere? This is one of those days. I've been running around like a headless chicken for most of the morning, and I've probably achieved half of what I set to do. But it's not all negative, because I've actually maybe achieved something that I wasn't intending to as well, which, if it comes off, will actually make up. Now, I'm being a bit cryptic because I'm not telling you what I'm doing yet. All I can say is, obviously my missus is not at home in a minute. She's recuperating in hospital from a very long illness, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully within a few months she'll be home, whereupon we may or may not tell you what was going on or what was happening, or what. That's up to her. But I'm in the process of organising something for her, something that she's wanted for some time, and basically this morning the opportunity arose for me to do this thing for her, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So I can't really say much more. It won't be long before you cotton on to what it is, and to be honest, it won't be long before she cottons on, if she watches this. She doesn't watch a lot of my videos, so she's not my biggest fan, because apparently she sees enough of me without seeing me on the telly as well. No, because she speaks to me every day. We have video calls for an hour or so every single day, but yeah. So, but something is going on that I'm really hoping is going to please her and give her something that she's wanted for a long time. So anyway, that's enough of that. I'm not going to say any more. I'm off over to Jersey now. It's 2 minutes to 2 in the afternoon. I need to call into the council offices to go and pay them some money for Mother's Bench. When my mother passed, I contacted her local council, the Jersey Town Council, because that's where she grew up, and asked if I could donate a bench to the town and put a plaque on it. And obviously I timed it just right, because they said, actually, we're putting 4 new benches in the town. And I said, well, is there a chance we could put one at Kings Hill, because that's where my mother grew up? And they said, there is a site at Kings Hill we want to do, and they told me where it was, and I said, that would be ideal, spot on, can I pay for that bench? And they said, yes, you can. So they gave me a couple of choices of what we could do, and I chose the one, after consulting the family, my brother and sister. I had a chat with them, so they've been involved in decision making as well. So we went with the bench, the 2 choices we wanted. So I wanted the cast iron ends and feet and handles with the hardwood slats. I mean, there's no reason, providing somebody doesn't vandalise it, it shouldn't last 40-50 years. So the bench is already in, that's been installed, and we're just waiting now for the commemorative plaque that's going to go on it. So we had a choice of just a brass plaque etched with what the words I wanted, or a cast bronze one. Well, I've gone with the cast bronze one. It wasn't, oh yeah, it's more expensive than the brass one, but it's just proper job, if you know what I mean. So I agreed to all this. I'm just going to go over now and pay the council the money for the bench and the installation and the plaque and everything else. And as and when it's all done and completed, if you're interested, I doubt many of you are, because it's got nothing to do with farming at all. It's all to do with remembering my mum, which 99.999% of you never knew her at all, but she was my mum. If you're interested, I'll take you over and show you the bench. If nobody says, I'd like to look at a bench, then I won't bother, because it's there for us, and it's there for the town. So predominantly this bench is probably going to be used by school kids coming out of school, or old folks walking to the shops and back. It's in a fairly highly populated and used area, and I really hope the town and the people of the town, the visitors of the town, get a chance to use it, and some of them will read the plaque and maybe wonder who she was. So I'll tell you who she was. She was my mum, and she was a wonderful woman, and I miss her. I miss her a lot. But, you know, it's life. One day I'm hoping my kids will miss me as much as I miss my mother. So anyway, so that's where we're going. Over to pay for Mother's bench, and also because it's the anniversary of her mother's death, and every year we go and put daffodils on my granny's grave. And all right, it might be a bit soppy and it might be a bit soppy, but you know, I just want to remember them. So my grandmother was a wonderful woman. She would have been everybody's favourite nana, whatever you call your grandmother. She was just a genuinely lovely person. So, you can have a little kip, are you? So yeah, so it's all about remembering our loved ones. You know, because although they're gone, they're not forgotten. That's a wee bit. Time to go home. While I'm here, that was a tree we donated to the town council 6 years ago. The roundabout was devoid of anything, and so we gave them that. So liquid amber. I had to cut that a bit short. Just as I was telling you about the tree, hers turned in, so it's a funeral, so that would have been bad taste to continue, so yeah, I stopped. So the tree there, we donated to town, like I say, it was 6 or 7 years ago, and again, that was as a remembrance thing for my grandparents. So nobody else knows. The town council knows, I know, and now you know. But yeah, so we donated a tree to the cemetery. We wanted something that would be something that would stand out on the entrance on the way in, and the council very kindly gave me carte blanche to choose whatever I want. I mean, we've known them for years. We've been working for the Dursley Town Council for years and years. So we chose Sweet Gum, the liquid amber. It's It's not a massive tree, but it's still 65 footer potentially one day, and I'd like to think that in 100 years time that will be, especially in the autumn with autumn colours, that will be a spectacular item. So okay, right, because the other thing with that tree I forgot to mention is if any work needs doing on it while I'm running the tree company or while I'm alive, we will also do that. There would be no charge to the council. We would literally take care of that tree for as long as I live, so or as long as I can. All these little things that we do, either to commemorate or to remember or for whatever else, it is I think important that folks should be remembered, but I think it's even more important that they need to know that they're going to be remembered. So I've already had discussions with my dad. I had discussions with my mother before she passed away. We told her what we were going to do for her, and all those promises will be kept. I've made some more promises to my dad. Those promises will be kept. And basically, while they're still here, they will know what I'm doing to make sure that they're not forgotten, that they are remembered, and that we will still pay our respects, because that's how it should be.